Just see, we got the rates coming up on your screen. 60 points lower on the Nifty. So 22,240 is where the Nifty is at. The Sensex is down about 180 points. 73,340 coming through on the Sensex. You've got market breadth on your screen is exactly 1:1. So things are just opening up. Bank Nifty is down about 0.3%. 48,150. And you've got the mid-cap index, which is down about 0.25%. The small-cap index will also come up on your screen. And there also, I think there is a bit of a cut. By the way, the small-cap index in the last two sessions alone has lost almost about 4% or so. So there is more of a pullback there in that part of the market as compared to what the Nifty is seen. So that's it. 80 points down now. 22,200, exactly in that zone that Mitesh was talking about. 22,166, by the way. Just a little lower from here is that 61.8% retracement of the rise. But stocks is what it's all about. Sonia's got those. Sonia.
Well, thanks a lot for that. As you rightly pointed out, not a good opening at all. In fact, now the Nifty is inching towards almost a 100-point cut. So that's not, good to see at all. The Nifty Bank is the one that's, seeing some pressure, so down about 150 odd points. But let's take it straight to individual stocks. You have Dr. Reddy's, where the numbers were decent, actually adjusted for one-offs. The India business was up about 11%, but the overall numbers didn't look that good, so the stock is down about 5% odd. Pidilite saw a good set of numbers, volume growth of 12.7% in the consumer business. United Breweries, decent earnings, a volume growth of 10.9%, but the market mood is such that most of these stocks are going through some profit taking. Voltas was very disappointing this time. The stock is down almost about 8% odd. Operational pressure continues. Losses from the EMP business remain elevated. PB Fintech is another one that is, it should be in focus. The stock is down about 5%, but the company's earnings were quite strong, actually, aided by the core online performance and a revenue growth of 25%. The company has, in fact, turned profitable on the bottom line, so keep an eye out on that. Max Financial's earnings also, were quite good, and that's why the stock is actually bucking the trend today. Both UBS and CLSA have a buy. In fact, CLSA has a target price of 1,400 on Max Financial, so a big upside over there is what they expect. REC also in focus after the conference call details that came through. The stock is seeing a bit of a recovery, but otherwise it's not a good opening for the market at all. 100 points lower now on the Nifty, just hanging on to that 22,150 mark. Back to you.
All right, Sonia, thanks a lot for that. Well, a few stocks that are moving around. Dixon, the stock has opened up in the green. They've announced that its subsidiary Dixon Electro Appliances has entered into an agreement with Nokia Solutions and Networks for manufacturing telecom products. So that stock, in fact, opened up in the green with a gain of 2%. It's come off a little bit. Some result reactions, actually, and some of these stocks are taking it on the chin. You have Suraj Estates that's down close to 5%. The stock saw a one-way rally, in the last few sessions. It went to a low of around 260, went to around 420 odd, but now that stock is down close to around 8%. So slam dunk on that one after the big rally that we've seen. Sonata Software, that's the other one that's down more than 10% in today's trading session. The dollar revenues on their services vertical is down 2.5%, and the margins have got compressed to around 21% from around 24%. So margin compression, revenue decline on a sequential basis, the street doesn't like, so that's why that stock in fact is lower. And Jupiter Wagons, we'll chat with the management in just a bit, but for the time being, that stock's opened up well in the green as we speak. A bit of a bounce is what we're seeing from lower levels. Voltas is the casualty of the morning, losing market share. The street doesn't like that. United Breweries, good top-line growth, good focus on premiumization, margins disappointing. The stock was down 3% odd. It's cut some of its losses. Now it's down 1.5%. On the index, a quick word out there. If you wanted to enter into the index, you'd be hoping for a level closer to around 22,200 odd. You got that in the first few minutes of trade. So if you're adventurous, then maybe in fact, if you're playing for a bit of a bounce, this is the crucial zone. 22,160 to around 22,200. You can hold these levels. There's still some kind of hope for a bit of a bounce. Keep an eye out on Vodafone Idea as well. More than 20 crore shares getting exchanged in the first few minutes itself. So that one should be on your radar. Prashant.
I think, we got a couple of calls on Vodafone Idea, right, recently. I think Citi has put out a call this morning. Earlier, I think we had, was it Bank of America? One of the foreign brokers, basically, they had a call out as well. All small upgrades from wherever they were, on the stock. Nothing large in terms of target price, etc. But a bit of improvement there after, of course, the fund infusion, etc. Has happened. So there is, of course, a lot which is going on. Maybe if you can just quickly pull up Voltas for a quick bit and see if there is a sort of price action coming up. It's down 9%. And we were talking about this with Mitesh in the morning just now. So that's coming up to a crucial level there as well. So 1264. And by the way, this after the 5% cut that we saw yesterday. And that's a large liquid F&O name that we are talking about. So it's a mostly down kind of a day so far.